Welcome to the Intellectual Freedom Movement. I'm your host, Harvey Dent, and because so many people seem to miss the whole point about bringing the Federal Reserve private trust accounts to light, I figure I would help those out who are impaired, either mentally or with some other kind of limitation that is causing them to not grasp the concept. Cover this again for those of you that are new, whether you know it or not. When you were born, a birth certificate was created in your all-caps birth name, and you were signed up for Social Security. I'm sure at the time your parents did not know that that birth certificate would be used to open a private trust account at the Federal Reserve, and that would shadow you and act as your straw man for your entire life. You were a debt slave to this straw man. The information about these accounts and how to access them had just gone public in July of 2017, where a number of people were able to verify the fact that the account does exist. Not only does the account exist and contains all of your personally identifiable information, such as social security number, date of birth, driver's license ID number, all the way down to even carrying your current address as its address. This was tested and verified by a number of people by first entering incorrect information into the data entry page using their full name but a different address, that transaction being declined or rejected, correcting it to their current address, and that transaction going into pending or accepted. Even with all of that proof and pretty much being caught red-handed, the Federal Reserve still reversed most of the charges or payments made, calling the attempt to pay bills using the Federal Reserve account a scam, and that they did not maintain accounts at the Federal Reserve for individuals. With reversing the charge and the pre-planned plausible deniability of the existence of the accounts, they had already turned a good number of those that are quick to flip into saying that the account doesn't exist, even though they had proven to themselves that the account did. My, how quickly and easily they were deterred and turned away. The Federal Reserve, they use the word individuals in the place of corporations. See, the Federal Reserve does not maintain accounts for individuals, but it does for corporations. See, they weren't necessarily lying because they don't maintain accounts for individuals. They just didn't include all of the information that your birth certificate name was turned into a corporation. And that is who the account's name is held under. That was the first group of wagon jumpers. The second group of wagon jumpers were those that thought that this was going to be a quick fix for all their debt, until they realized that the charges had been reversed. Then, their simple minds figure it doesn't work, and that was that. They were done with it. Maybe this metaphor will help you understand a little more what they had done. They walk up to a private, gated, huge, elaborate estate with their last name initial on the front gate, their social security number as the address, and they possess the only legal key to access the property. There's no telling what else lies beyond these locked gates, which they know is the only entrance to this property. Yet, from behind the gates, they hear a small voice saying, "This property isn't here. Go away. You're imagining things." They try the key again. It fits. They look at the address again. It matches their social security number. They shrug their shoulders, turn around, and walk away. Whether it's done out of fear, laziness, or just the desire to want to be with the herd, to not be an outcast, they try to ignore what is physically there and theirs by birthright. But because there's no easy, preset, predetermined path that someone else has laid out for them so that they can do it without, putting any effort into it, they just let it go. Figured that's just the way things are, and that's just the way things will stay. Which I think is a pretty jacked up thing to do to your kids, since you're the one responsible for signing your kids into this whack-ass system. The fight for change will have to begin somewhere. No, all of your bills won't be paid. No, you won't be given unfettered access to this account. But yes, you can help to make a change, to improve the future. You may not receive the benefits of your efforts directly, but future generations will. Well, if you like what I'm doing here, why don't you go ahead and click that like button. You know you want to like it. Subscribe, share, comment, dislike. Do something so your brothers and sisters know that you're alive out there. Like explaining this situation to everyone so they can completely and totally understand that this shit is just like me taking out a credit card in your name and going out on a shopping spree, you finding out that I have this credit card and you not trying to do anything legally in order to punish me for stealing your identity. Until you find your truth, keep looking.